For example, this container right here, you could recycle this.
That's right.
Take the little CD thing out of there, put it in your machine, and recycle this, unless you wanted to save it. Saving is, I guess, the same as recycling. What you don't want to do is bury it in the yard.
No.
And you don't want to burn it. But you
That's
can recycle.
the long box, too.
The long box?
Long box, a lot of paper there that can be
frankly,
recycled.
Paul, between you and me, I've seen them longer. This looks like the medium box to me. My next guest has been making records for over 2 decades. Here I have a copy of his brand new album. It's called The Missing Years and has just been nominated for a Grammy Award. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome John Prine. John, come on out here. Thank you for being here. Come on over. John Prine, ladies and gentlemen. Very, very nice to have you here.
Thank you.
You've been in music for a long time, haven't you?
About 20 years.
How old were you when you began?
24.
24, and you started out doing what? Writing songs, singing songs?
Writing songs and singing them in a little small club in Chicago.
Yeah? Where in Chicago? What club?
Over at the Fifth Peg on Armitage.
Is it still there?
No, it turned into a French restaurant, and now they tore it down. There ain't nothing there.
You know, that's what they ought to do with those French restaurants. Are you with me on this? But when you started out and you went in there, was it a dump? Was it dangerous? Or was it a nice, kind of friendly little place?
It wasn't a bad place at all.
Yeah?
Pretty nice little bar.
Did they like you? Did they take to you pretty well?
They liked me right away. I didn't plan on doing this for a living. I just kind of got up on a dare one night.
Uh-huh. And
sang a couple of songs.
How long would you work there?
I worked there for about 6 months and moved over to a place called the Earl of Old Town.
Mm-hmm. So you just kind of, there was a little circuit that you played there in Chicago?
There was a good folk scene going on in Chicago back in the early 70s.
Yeah, was that fun? Did you find that was one of the best times of your career?
A lot more fun than working for a living.
Yeah. And you also, you were a public servant, weren't you? You were a mailman for a while?
I was a mailman for 6 years.
When was this, before or after?
It was before I started singing.
Wow. Were you a good mailman?
Well, I got the mail out there, you know, somehow. There's not a whole lot to think about when you're out on a mail route.
Yeah. Is it, to me, it seems like it's hard, physically difficult work, and tedious. Was that a problem for you?
That, the weather, and the dogs.
Yeah.
Otherwise...
Were you ever injured in the line of duty?
Yeah, I got bit in the backside once. I dragged the dog about a half a block down the street.
What, were you full of Novocaine or what?
He wouldn't let go.
Oh, he wouldn't let go. But 6 years, that's a pretty good run.
Yeah, well, it was all you know, I probably would have stayed there for another 6 if I hadn't started singing.
Yeah, well, good for you. I mean, it worked out very nicely, I think. And this record, this album, the CD, I'm sorry, I'm getting older. All your old friends are here helping you out, aren't you?
We had a bunch of friends help me out on this.
Bruce Springsteen, yeah.
Bonnie Raitt.
Right.
Tom Petty.
Yeah.
Phil Everly and Christina Amphlett.
Yeah, that's a real nice tribute, don't you think?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, I hope this is a big success. Is it doing pretty well?
It's doing real good, thanks.
Good to see you, John. Thank you very much for being here. John Prine, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back with a little bit more David Letterman. Well. How about that guy?
Yeah,
That's it. That's one of a kind. That's
right.
it. That's all we got left.
Broke the mold.
Tremendous.
That's it.
Our next guest is a Grammy Award-winning singer-songwriter whose music is the subject of this forthcoming tribute entitled Broken Hearts and Dirty Windows, Songs of John Prine. Now, please welcome with special guest Yim Yames of My Morning Jacket, John Prine.
Love walk with me, and I got no hate, and I got no pride. Yeah, I got so much love that I just can't hide. Yeah, I got so much love that I just can't hide.
How do you do, sir? Beautiful job. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yim, good to see you. John, that was beautiful. Great to have you. Broken Hearts and Dirty Windows, the music of John Prine, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. Have a great holiday weekend. Good night, everybody.
Now, stay tuned for Craig Ferguson. This is Alan Coulter speaking. Good night, everybody.
Try me, Guido.
But you're going to do, and then you go away. You're going to be here with us, and then you go away with your family, right?
Yes.
What is that like with a family? A big family?
I have a big family. This year we're sort of scattered all over the place, and oddly enough, my parents, my brother, my mom's half of the family is in California, which is strange, because normally we do the East Coast leaves and fire.
Yeah. I think the East Coast lends itself more gracefully to Thanksgiving than, the desert.
I agree.
Yeah. So are you excited? You go out there and you go tonight, you go tomorrow, what do you do?
Well, I would have ordinarily gone, not on Thanksgiving, but I'm here for you.
I know.
So tomorrow, and you.
Thank you. But are you here of your own free will? Has someone coerced you into being here?
Do you count Harvey Weinstein as a coercer?
Well, now, Harvey Weinstein is I don't know whether he's in some kind of organized crime now, but he used to be like some kind of junior mob kind of guy, right? He was like in the mob auxiliary.
That's what they tell me.
Yeah, and now he's like a big, powerful film guy, right?
Yes, I do all my movies for Harvey Weinstein. That's Miramax for all of you.
Yeah. And
I'm lucky to do them there, but he will coerce you to do it.
And so Harvey said, I tell you what, go on and talk about your movie. Is that what Harvey said?
Yeah.
And in return, what will Harvey do for you?
Nothing.
Really? Well, what's wrong with that equation? As the kids say, you do the math. I'm kind of fed up with Harvey's behavior, and because I'm grateful to him in the sense that he brought you here tonight.
Right.
Thank God for Harvey. Although, on the other hand, every night, Harvey comes by. Can you talk about the film? Mention the movie, huh? Can you? Will it kill you to talk about the movie? And, 8 or 9 years of that, it's amusing. But now, I woke up the other day and I said to myself, what's in it for me? I want a car. Do you understand what I'm saying, Harvey?
Oh, my God.
Yeah. So, then you're off to Thanksgiving and...
So tomorrow I'm going to California.
Because I've been trying to be jokey and all that, and I always feel a little funny about that. Do you mind me saying that to them? They're listening.
Sure, we'll edit it right out.
Yeah, that's good. Well, it'll make me feel better anyway. Because I'd rather just tell you something that's really true. I collected autographs when I was a kid, and I hung around this building. We used to walk up the stairs of this building. I think it's around 68 stories.
Yeah.
We used to get here when work would be over about 5:30. There wouldn't be many people. We would walk up to the top and walk down, wait for the radio shows to get over, collect autographs.
What year are we talking about now?
I was 10, 11, and 12 years old, so that was 1947, 48, 49. Radio was just, finishing. TV was just coming in. And I used to go down to my dentist's office and take his business cards and then go collect autographs. I was really stage-struck.
So you'd go up to somebody with the business card of a dentist?
Yes.
That's interesting. We have a 12-year-old dentist here.
What I did, I got jazz musicians at Birdland and places like that, and the different stage shows. I always wanted to get up and do something. In school, I would have to get up. I sang and played Mañana. In the 5th grade for Sister Annunciata's club meeting. And I don't think they understood that at all. Peggy Lee might have enjoyed it, but...
Was that your first actual, not a real gig, but...
No, well, I was in Sister Nathaniel's 2nd grade band. It was mostly sticks and clappers, but it seemed like a band to us. We played for Joe Louis and Eleanor Roosevelt at a band. My first liberal benefit, actually, when I think about it now, at Horace Mann School. So I was always looking for ways to show off. That's really what it amounted to. Being a smart ass on the corner, having to have the last word and everything.
What was it fun working in this film with Shelley Long and Bette Midler?
Yeah, it was. I was really concentrating very hard on getting it right, you know, because I'd like to do more of this, and I did a lot of preparation.
But
so
you must hate it, because what you do when you go to concert, you just go out there. It's you. It's no props. It's no dancers, and you do your act, 90 minutes, 2 hours, whatever, and you go home and you count your money on the plane. But here, you show up and you sit and you sit and you sit.
But that's what got in the way the other time, was that I was so used to being up on stage alone and taking care of everything myself. I couldn't mix. I couldn't work collaboratively. I'm able to do that now. No, I like the difference. I like the balance. I've already done that. You know, that stand-up thing, fine. I know I can do that. I like the idea of surrendering a little, letting, you know, and having to wait and work with someone else and use someone else's words. It's a different set of muscles that you get to use.
Now, is that ever a problem for you when you see something and you know in the back of your mind intuitively that it could be funnier if it was done another way? Were they open to suggestions like that?
Well, on this one they were, yeah. On this one, before we ever started shooting, they let me put my own feeling into the character, and, you know, my own cadences or words that I would use, or even jokes that I thought were better. But then I had to pull back. I could see that they had done what they needed to do. Leslie Dixon, it was her first screenplay that was sold, I guess, and it was just very well written to start with. I didn't feel like changing.
Did you ever threaten to walk?
Oh yeah, first day I got
great,
2 more trailers or I'm gone.
You got to do that if you're making movies. You got to make a scene.
That's it.
It's is it playing all over the country now?
All over, any screen.
Outrageous Fortune with Shelley Long, Bette Midler, and George Carlin. Do we have a clip here? Clip?
No.
Okay.
No.
Good to see you
no
again,
clip.
George.
I said no clip.
We'll have you back when the guy makes the screen. Nice to see you. We'll be right back, kid. I could be Bob Barker. I'm this close to being Bob Barker. When this thing crashes and burns, I'm going to get a little game show and give away prizes just like that. I could be Bob Barker. No, I could. Well, no, close. I could be close to Bob Barker. I could be like the next Bob Barker.
No, you could never. You could. Well, maybe the next Bob.
Our next guest is a very funny man whose new album is entitled, right here, I've got a copy of it right here. It's entitled, What Am I Doing in New Jersey? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to this program, George Carlin. Hey, George. Good to see you. Nice to have you. Oh, you know, I'm all right. All right. I'm great. I'm all right. Nice to see you.
Thank you. Good to see you.
How you been?
I've been all right. I've been fine, actually.
Let's talk about this. What does this mean? What exactly, what are you doing in New Jersey? Where did that take place?
Union City. We did the last HBO show I did, and what I usually do now is make an album out of that show each time.
Yeah.
So we were going to call it What in God's Name Am I Doing in New Jersey, but...
You're from right here in New York, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm a New Yorker, Upper West Side, kind of an unusual neighborhood. You know, it was a mixture. It was right between Harlem and Columbia University, so it was a lot of different influences. And I was an unusual kid. Actually, that started before I was born. When my mother...
Your childhood being unusual started before you were born.
That's right, yes. When my mother was pregnant with me, she carried me very low. And in fact, for the last 6 weeks, my feet were sticking out. It was very embarrassing to her.
Yeah, it makes shopping tough, I would think.
Yeah. And she had to buy maternity shoes. But actually, she said I was a big help in climbing stairs, so it wasn't bad. That's the way it is. In nature takes one thing away, it gives you something else.
Yeah, I see. It all balances out. Part of God's great plan.
That's right. And I was physically okay. You know, well, I was kind of normal. The only thing is this one ear. This ear, as you can see, is rounded. It's regular round.
Yeah.
And this one is not. It's sort of like a devil ear. It's kind of pinched. And the doctor said that happened at the moment I was conceived. My mother and father suddenly sat down. So, you know, You can see what that would do.
They sat down, yeah.
Yeah. You can picture that.
You're lucky it just was the ear.
I
It
know.
could have been...
I wasn't facing
No,
forward.
sure. It could have been anything.
Could have been terrible.
Well, gosh, I can see where that would have been a terrible trauma as a child.
But I went through the normal stages of childhood. You know, scamp, rascal, little Dickens, whippersnapper.
Right.
And then straight into full-blown psychotic.
I see.
I was the only kid who went directly from shenanigans right into crimes against humanity.
Oh, is that right?
And, you know, one of the things that influenced me, I think, I grew up on a hill. And I think that throws you off, you know? When you think about it, like a hill, you know, if you're walking down a hill, you're walking aligned with gravity. But if you were to tilt that, see, you're actually leaning backwards. Yeah. And if you stand perpendicular to the ground, well, on a hill, you're leaning forward. So either way, you're screwed. See? And then there was the north-south thing. You know about that?
No.
Well, like, if you look at a map, like if you're sitting at a desk looking at a map,
sure,
north is that way.
Yeah.
Well, our front door faced south. So when I came out of the house in the morning, I was facing the wrong way already. So I think those two things, I was disoriented in two planes, horizontal and vertical. And
what kind of parents did you have? Were they nice, normal folks?
Well, I was going to say my uncle was a big influence. That because my father wasn't present in the home.
I see.
You know, well, when I was very young, he left when I was very young. Actually, he didn't leave. He was asked to leave. He had trouble metabolizing ethanol. The way we said it. So my uncle was the father figure, and he was a big guy. And you know how your father or your uncle will throw you up in the air and catch you? Yeah. Well, he was big, and one time my uncle threw me up so high that I could see the curvature of the earth. You know?
That's about 60,000 feet, yeah, George. I think you have to go to see the curve of the earth.
I actually believe I caught a glimpse of Sri Lanka. Yeah. I didn't know it at the time it was called Ceylon.
I see. Well, of course, sure.
But I was never the same.
Yeah.
I was never the same from that day on.
And your mother, I'm just guessing here, must have just been a saint, I would think, huh?
Well, I wasn't altogether. My uncle used to refer to it kind of, you know, euphemistically. He'd say, the kid's not playing with a full bag of Jacks. Or he'd say it was a couple of sandwiches short of a picnic. You know, now, my mother, well, she was kind of strict. She was kind of strict. You heard of my mother, the car? Can you picture my mother, the armored personnel carrier?
Yeah, that's tough.
In fact, the person whom she most reminds me of physically is Charles Kuralt. You know, you picture bringing home a bad report card to Charles Kuralt in a dress.
Is your mom still with us?
No. She never did get over it. She's still going through postpartum depression, and she died several years ago, which will give you an idea how bad things were at home. I was hard to handle, you know. I was just a kid that was hard to handle. I'm 51 now. Yeah. That's 9 Celsius, by the way. And it was just very tight. I don't want to make it all bad. There were some good things. I have some very pleasant childhood memories. I remember, like, coming home from church on Sunday, and my mother would get drunk and try to make pancakes. You know, so there was.
So you're saying it wasn't all bad?
No, there was a little fun in the family as well.
Let me go back a second. At the moment you were conceived, your parents sat down.
Suddenly. Yeah.
Suddenly sat down. I see. Okay. Yeah. I just wanted to reconfirm
that'll
that.
throw you off.
Yeah.
You know.
So and now what are you up to? How are things going these days? Great.
Things are just fine. By the way, I would like to point out that I did straighten out eventually.
Oh, sure. I think we can see that.
When I was 18. It happened overnight. It was just sudden. It happened. What it was I realized that at that point the state had a legal right to execute me.
Right. So that got your attention.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, good. I'm glad you could be.
Otherwise, everything is fine.
Everything is good. Yeah. All right. Let's see. The album is called What Am I Doing in New Jersey? Big seller, and the HBO show has been...
That's been out for a while. They play it every now and then, you know.
Good. Nice to see you again, George.
Thank you. Good.
Thank you very much
on
for
Hump
being
Week.
Here. Yes, that's right. Thank you. George Carlin, ladies and gentlemen. George Carlin. You know, I can never hear Mr. Kasparov. I can hear
know.
him, but I don't understand him. It's a combination. He's phoning all the way from Moscow, and I think he's talking quickly, fast, and I'm thinking of other things. I never understand what he
Can't hear
says.
what word he says.
Yeah.
Plus, you don't know how to play chess.
So I don't know how to play chess. And the board had been inadvertently scrambled because we were looking at moves this afternoon, and I neglected to return his piece to where it was supposed to be.
So today was a mess.
Yeah, the whole thing, I may have just tainted the entire contest.
Yes, you may
It
have.
may now be played under protest.
You may have disqualified yourself.
And none of it makes any difference after that lousy, lame basketball joke at the expense of Robert C. Wright. Al, can we see a little more of that, please, to just drive the nail in a little deeper? Here it comes, and there goes the ball, and bing! Oh, man, what is this? Stand back. All right, it just gets funnier and funnier the longer you... So, all in all, it's quite a night.
Yeah.
And that trip to Washington.
Well, that was gold.
I'm exhausted.
Here, what?
I'm exhausted.
Ah.
Yeah. Our first guest tonight, a man who has certainly influenced the comedy of our times, and not a minute too soon here tonight. He will be performing at the Westbury Music Fair next Saturday and Sunday, the 18th and 19th of November. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, George Carlin.
Yes, indeed.
How are you?
I'm just doing great. Finally talked the rest of the family into using a gel toothpaste.
Wow.
It's taken a while. Biggest problem was my son D'Artagnan. I've mentioned him to you, I think.
D'Artagnan, Carlin?
D'Artagnan. Yeah, he's a rebel. You know. He's in trouble with the law.
How old a boy is he?
He's 27. He's in trouble with the law. They got him for grand theft locomotive,
Oh, no.
which is stupid.
Yeah.
You know, you steal a train and there's only two ways you can go with it.
Yeah.
And unfortunately for him, there were police at both ends of the track.
Oh, no. Geez, that seems misguided.
Yeah. But I'm hoping that you and your family had a happy and a safe and sane election day. Huh?
Yeah, we did. We got through it all right.
Yeah, we didn't send cards this year. You didn't get a card from us.
No, that's all right. I understand.
We kind of keep election day in the family. You know.
The old-fashioned kind of election day.
Yeah, that's right. We exchange gifts early in the morning. Then we have the big meal later in the day. Well, we leave the tree up.
You have an election tree.
We have an election tree, and we leave it up throughout the holiday season.
Oh, that's kind of nice.
Yeah, because...
Does it dry out and become a fire hazard?
No, I'm ashamed to say it's an artificial tree.
Oh, I see.
But it'll be there for Thanksgiving, which is I know from listening to you, that is your favorite holiday.
I think it is my favorite holiday. I've said so on the program.
Well, you're from the heartland. You're
Indianapolis,
from the heartland.
sure, right.
You're from the heartland, you got to like Thanksgiving. We're doing something a little different this year for Thanksgiving. We're not having a turkey. This year we're having a swan. Yeah.
Yeah.
You get a lot more stuffing, for one thing. We try to have something different every year on
Do
Thanksgiving.
you find that the kids fight over the neck?
Yeah. Oh, everybody gets a little neck. Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
Bicentennial year, we had an eagle. Yeah. And last year we had a seagull. Have you ever tasted seagull?
No, I haven't had gull.
It's a little tough, but the good thing about it, you don't have to add any salt. David, as long as we are speaking of birds which we kill and then eat, let me ask you something. When you have chicken at lunch and then for some reason you have chicken again at dinner time, do you ever wonder if the chickens knew each other?
That hasn't really crossed my mind.
These are the kind of things I think of when I'm sitting home alone and the power goes out. Like if I get a hamburger and then I have a second one, I wonder, am I dealing with the same cow?
Yeah, in the same, sure. No,
Yeah.
well, that would be very disturbing, I would think.
I'll tell you something else I wonder about. When I'm at the ballpark, seeing a baseball, football game, big crowd, 40, 50,000 people,
Yeah.
I always wonder how many people in that crowd have dry cleaning that's been in the store longer than 30 days. And while they're watching the game, this guy is selling their pants. You know.
Many of these things have never crossed my mind.
These are the kind of thoughts that kept me out of the really good schools. And we had a fairly good week. You can see I'm sort of trying to remember the next thing I had planned here because I like to give you a full report.
All right. Well, let me see if I can't help here.
Okay.
What else are you doing in New York now?
Oh, well. I love it here. It's my hometown.
Yeah.
And the people are friendly.
Sure.
Yeah, I think they're friendly.
They're kind of aggressively friendly.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. A prostitute today offered me the clergyman's rate.
Well,
That's friendly.
you can't go wrong.
I'll also be engaging in two of my hobbies while I'm here.
Two hobbies, yeah.
One of my hobbies is falling down in a hotel lobby and pretending to have a stroke. You know what I like? You know what's good about it? It takes your mind off your work. That's what a hobby is for.
At what point do you call a halt to the charade?
I'd sort of wait till they've taken me out of the building because I don't want to spoil it for the other people.
Yeah. But have you ever allowed them to perform medical procedures on you?
Only in the lobby. Once I'm out of the lobby, I say, hey,
over.
guys, it's a joke, you know.
And then everybody enjoys a good laugh?
That's right, yeah.
Okay, good.
That's similar to my other hobby.
Which is?
I like to attend reunions of groups I never belonged to and make believe I'm someone who died a long time ago. And they say, where have you been? You know, and you say, well, I lived in Burma for a while, and, and you carry on. And it sort of gives them something to talk about for the following week or two.
You know, it occurs to me that this, you have always had kind of a good ear and observed the changes of modern language and nuances and what's the other word I'm looking for?
Words.
Yeah, words. Yeah.
Yeah, well, phrases that we take for granted, like undisputed heavyweight champion.
Right.
Well, if it's undisputed, what's all the fighting about?
Yeah.
Undisputed means everybody agrees. Some guys are getting beat up pretty badly over something apparently we all agree on. Here's another one. This phrase where they say, well, you know where you can stick that. You know, you'll often hear that, you know where you can stick. Well, why do we always assume that everyone knows where to stick it? Suppose you don't know. Suppose you're a new guy. You have absolutely no idea where to stick it. I think there should be a free government booklet entitled Where to Stick It.
Where to Stick It.
I believe there is, in fact, such a booklet, and you know what you can do with it. It's the quiet ones you got to watch. This one. This is a very dangerous assumption. It's really the noisy ones you got to watch. I mean, put it this way. While you're busy watching a quiet guy, a noisy guy's going to kill you. You're sitting in a bar and some guy's sitting over on the side in a chair reading poetry all by himself. And there's another guy standing at the bar banging a machete on the bar saying, if I don't get a drink, I'm going to kill someone. Who are you going to keep an eye on?
Right, I would think the noisy guy with the machete, of course.
Selling like hotcakes. Why hotcakes? Is this the biggest selling item we could think of?
They were very popular in the 30s.
Yeah, cigarettes, though. Beer, maybe. You know. Coffee.
Condoms.
Condoms. Selling like condoms.
Let's take a look at the old Carlin itinerary. D'Artagnan Carlin.
D'Artagnan is the youngest.
I didn't realize that.
Don't forget Dagwood.
And Dagwood Carlin.
Eldest, he's 30.
The 18th and 19th of November, you will be, where? Westbury. Oh, that's a nice place.
Week from next weekend.
It'll be a great show. Good to see you again, George. Thanks for dropping by. Happy Election Day. George Carlin, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back with Jack Nicholson. Morty doing a little, what was the term for the skier, Morty? What was the term for the skier? Extreme skier. Doing a little extreme skating there.
A little extreme skating.
And if you're just tuning in, we're playing, what are we playing? May we see your photos, please? Is there anybody in there now to... You understand, this is a 1-hour photo processing place up on 6th Avenue. There we go. All right, let's barge right in. Do we have time to look at photos or not? Sure, of course. Let's go right in. Excuse me. Hi. Hello. Pardon me. Hi. Hello. Nice to see you. It's Jane Pauley. Look at that. It's Jane Pauley. Hi. How are you?
Hi.
Hey, what the hell happened? Are they gone? There it is right there. Hi. That guy right there leaned on something and we lost our photo. May we see your photos, please, ma'am?
Oh, no, I can't.
It's all right. It's me, Regis. Oh, hi, how are you? Just leaning in for a better look, I'm sorry. Oh, hey, are we going to go up there or not?
No, we don't have a picture.
You know, it's because we're passing now, the Earth is passing through the Van Allen belt. Yeah, we're being bombarded by bits of radiation.
I see.
I know, we'll go to this. Wait a minute, oh, here's the photos, okay. Here we go, the photos. Okay. You should really wait until you got into the privacy of your own home, ma'am. I think we need to see that. Thank you very much. Why couldn't the satellite go out then? God. It's a magic night. Now, was that her? Was that woman that we were looking at?
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
There was two people, I think.
I know it was, looked like a whole crowd. All right, but we're always delighted when our first guest is in town and drops by to say hello. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, George Carlin. Thanks for coming in. You don't come to New York often, or do you? I don't think you do.
Yeah, maybe 5 or 6 times a year.
Well, that's often, I guess. And what brings you this time?
Well, I wanted to say first, though, I've never understood the reason for that 1-hour photo processing. I mean, you just saw the thing an hour ago.
Well, I never looked at it like that.
Your girlfriend didn't change that much.
Well, I don't know. Did you see that one? Yeah.
A little more than an hour involved there,
I guess
think.
so.
But I'm feeling kind of good.
Now, were you here for the big Earth Day celebration? Because I know holidays and festive occasions are very important to you and your family.
Well, we celebrate every holiday about the same way. We get up early, open the presents first thing in the morning, and we have the big meal later in the day. And of course, we decorate the tree the night before. You don't think having a tree was a little maybe out of
Might have been, sure.
keeping with Earth Day, but the ornaments were all biodegradable.
So there.
So I feel safe on that. But I had something unusual recently. By the way, I didn't wash today. I just wanted to tell you that.
Oh, thank you very much.
I didn't. Well, I'm not dirty. You know.
No.
I'm one of those people. If I'm not dirty, hey, I don't wash.
Sure.
You know? So I'm still clean from yesterday.
And in your mind, what determines dirty?
Well, I think when I notice it in the mirror.
That would be time.
Yeah, that would be it.
Maybe slip into the shower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel very clean today. Did have a little trouble recently. Wanted to mention I had this fairly common, I think, a ringing in my ear.
Right.
Did you ever get that? It's
Yeah.
annoying.
Yeah.
And went to the doctor.
You know what that's called?
Yes, tinnitus.
Yeah.
And he found, you know what they found? A little bell.
No.
Small bell in my ear. And you know what I found? There's also something called objective tinnitus.
Objective tinnitus.
That's when you can't hear the ringing, but other people can.
Oh.
And it's very annoying to those around.
Yeah, I can see that both ways would be a problem.
Yeah. But I'm here to visit my son, primarily.
You have a big family. I don't think people are aware of this. I certainly wasn't. How many kids do you have?
Well, we spoke, I have 11 boys.
Yeah.
We spoke the last time, Last time I was here, we mentioned D'Artagnan. He's my eldest.
Yeah. How old a boy is he now?
D'Artagnan is 50, oddly enough. D'Artagnan.
So you two are roughly the same
Yeah,
age?
just about.
I see.
But I'm here to, one of my other sons is having trouble, Shemp.
You have a
Shall I
son
try to
named
name them all?
D'Artagnan and Shemp.
Oh, let me tell you the names, if I can remember them all.
Okay,
I
sure.
hate to leave anybody
Yeah, I know.
out, because you leave someone out, they turn to a life of crime.
I know.
Let's see now. D'Artagnan, Shemp, Tonto, Dagwood, Agamemnon, Proctor, Montezuma, the twins, Zeppo and Grumpy, and John.
And John, yeah.
John.
I bet he was a surprise.
Well, I named John when I was still doing drugs. And the girls, don't want to forget the
two
girls.
girls.
Yes, Velveeta and Spatula. And they're kind of my favorites, I have to
Yeah,
admit
sure.
that.
Well, Dad would dote on the gals, I guess. The girls.
Shemp
sure.
is in trouble, though.
No, what's he
Yeah,
doing?
he got into a bad restaurant kind of a thing. He got into an investment as a restaurant. You ever hear? He bought a restaurant on the Upper East Side. It's called Shorty and Bud's Restaurant for the Unclean. And he had a new idea for changing it. He had, you know, this great. He thought it was a great idea. I told him, I said, it's not going to work.
Well, innovation is everything in the food business.
I think so. But I told him this doesn't seem like the best kind of innovation to go with. But you know, they're headstrong at that age. He's 40.
He's 40,
and,
yeah.
They're headstrong. He wanted. You know what the idea was?
No.
All you can eat to go.
Right.
You know.
How the hell?
Well, they ran out of food in a half an hour.
Yeah,
you know. People kept bringing in lawn bags. So, I don't know. He
Taking
takes
it back, they just feed the neighborhood with that, I guess. Yeah,
He
geez, it
takes
never
after
dawned
his
on me.
uncle Mustafa.
Uh-huh.
Mustafa was in the restaurant business
Yeah.
too. He had a drive-through chili parlor.
Right.
Yeah, you don't stop, you just slow down, and they shoot the chili at you from a shotgun. They went out of business, so he was
that seems
robbed.
like a good idea.
Robert had a gun, he had a gun, there was no contest.
he was shooting chili.
That's right. They found the guy, they identified him from the many kidney beans in his pockets.
Oh.
Excuse me. It's funny to our family, but it's not a funny
No,
subject.
I know. Of course it's not. All right. Well, let us do this commercial
Oh,
here, and
that'll
then
be
sure
good.
we'll come right back here with George Carlin. Timothy Hutton is here. This is a great show. You, Timothy Hutton, and this woman who skis down the sheer cliff faces of
And probably goes
extreme
back up
skier.
and does it again.
Yeah, she does. Where were we? Oh, congratulations. You're just now, I guess, have completed
Right.
and will soon be showing on HBO your 7th George Carlin special.
Yes,
Congratulations.
I am justifiably proud of having 7 of those in 13 years.
A lot of work goes into those.
A lot of work. A lot of flying.
Yeah.
In fact, I fly so much, I have an average lifetime velocity of 36 miles an hour.
I didn't even know you could figure that.
Yeah, well, it takes a little figuring. You have to sit down and be serious about it, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm always on the plane. I like the little airlines. I like the little
Commuters?
ones. Yeah, I was on something recently called Flyorama. They don't have a movie, but they have 3 one-act plays.
Oh, now see, there's innovation. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I travel around. I do about 120 shows a year, and it takes about 2 years to work up a new hour's worth.
Yeah. It's very difficult.
Yeah, well, it's fun, though. I find I really do enjoy digging things out of the file and making something out of them, you know. And on the planes, you get a lot of chance to work. Because you are away from everything else. I get to read a lot. You see things. These are a couple of things that have sort of piled up in my mind recently, and maybe they've been covered by some recent guest. I don't know, but I'd like to mention my version of them anyway.
Sure.
First of all, there was this idea in this war on drugs. They were going to drop these caterpillars on the coca crop, try to wipe out the cocaine. And I don't know if they're thinking about this, but caterpillars become moths. And, I mean, that's all we need is hundreds of millions of moths who've been up all night, you know, with feelings of power and confidence. We don't need that.
Well, I would think somebody must have looked into that.
I hope maybe they won't go through with that. I also noticed that Ronald Reagan had the fluid removed from his brain after he got out of office. You know, it would have seemed to me that would have been something to do right before your inauguration.
Maybe he should have run on that as part of his campaign.
That could have been.
I'll have it tapped out before the election.
See? Well, he made it anyway, though. He didn't need another issue. The rotten sneaker contest. You've read about that.
No, I don't know anything about it.
In this country somewhere, there's a thing called the rotten sneaker contest, and it's going international next year. This means we're going to be up against Mongolian sneakers.
No.
So I think we're going to really have to be on our mettle. Let's see. Another thing, talking about drugs, they found out you can get high from licking a toad. People in the South are doing this.
They exude certain...
enzyme or something. And I understand in South Carolina and Georgia, they're going to try and make it against the law, naturally.
Yeah.
Make it against the law to lick a toad.
Sure, ruin our fun.
What they're going to do is force the whole toad trade underground, you know. And it would really be hard concealing them, you know. I mean, a kilo of toads is not something that's easy to...
Yeah.
I don't know. No, the only other thing that's interested me lately, I noticed you can now have 5 parents. It's possible to have 5 parents. An egg donor, a sperm donor, a surrogate mother to carry the child, and then 2 adoptive parents to take over the child later. And it really makes a thing like he has his mother's eyes, sort of a confusing state.
Sociological wonder. Let's see, when is the big show going to be on?
Unfortunately for the American people, that won't be until June 2nd.
June 2nd.
But I'm here to plug it early. I thought, get it in their minds now.
Good. Always a pleasure to see you.
Thank you.
Thank you, and come back anytime. It's George Carlin. We have to applause here for station identification. All right. Let's bring out our first guest, a very funny man. And the important thing, if you're going into the world of comedy, the real test is how long can you be funny? And he's been funny for a long, long time. He's been performing stand-up for the last 30 years. He has a brand new special, George Carlin Live at the Paramount. Live at the Paramount. That takes place Saturday night, a live event right here in the city. You can see it on HBO. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome George Carlin. George. What happened?
I had an ovary removed.
Oh, no, you didn't.
No?
No, you didn't.
Old hide-and-seek injury? All right.
Good.
I'm really okay.
Good to see you. This is very exciting for me, and I guess even more exciting for you for a couple reasons, but I know you always enjoy coming back to New York City.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, hometown. Doing this show from my hometown, that's great.
Yep.
And I love the restaurants. It's got the best restaurants.
30,000 different restaurants in New York City.
Well, only a few worth mentioning on the David Letterman show.
All right, let's hear them.
Vinny's House of Toast.
Oh.
I go back all the time. Vinny and his lovely wife, Dawn, God bless her. They've come up with over 300 ways to serve toast.
Uh-huh.
And my favorite is, well, I like the roast toast. It's nice. It sounds... But give me a toast sandwich.
Yeah.
You know?
And how do they handle that? What do they do with that?
I like the toast sandwich on toast.
Oh, so you get it toasted.
Yeah, I get it. But you can get the toast sandwich on plain bread. It's just as good.
Yeah.
Just as good.
Get it on a bun, maybe?
Toast on a bun. Yeah, because the toast sticks out a little from the bun. The contours being different. So I'm over there. That's usually in the afternoon, because that's light fare.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Nighttime, trying to impress somebody.
Yeah.
Special place in Soho, south of Houston. Down in Soho.
Hey, you know this town.
Well, I learned some of this stuff when I was out in California. Nice place called Bombs Away. Have you ever been in there?
No, Bombs Away. Is it a new place?
Very interesting. Bombs Away. The patrons sit on the ground floor. Kitchen is on the balcony. And when the chef, when they've finished cooking your food, they toss it off. Bombs away!
Oh, is that right?
You know? And you got to catch it on your plate. Real easy with like a T-bone steak, soup, a mess.
Oh, no, yeah.
Peas, no fun peas.
No, peas are no
nice
good.
thing, if it lands on the floor, on the house. The food is free if you don't catch it in your plate.
Wow. You know, I hadn't heard of that place.
Yeah, I love the city.
Yeah.
And there's one place that's closed now. Unfortunately, it was a restaurant for the blind, and they had to close because of the incredible cleaning costs each night, you know. But I haven't been there a long time, and they tell me it's closed.
Yeah. Let's talk a little bit more about, now, of course, you do the stand-up comedy, and you've been doing it. And like I said, I think it's a real tribute to your ability and your appeal that you could have a great career for this long, certainly.
Sure.
But you do other things. You were in the movie The Prince of Tides.
Yes, it was. I was in Prince of Tides. I do Shining Time Station, a children's show.
Now, tell me about that, because...
Thank you. Thank you.
That, by the way, is the dictionary definition of a smattering of applause.
Yes, it is.
You won't get a better example than that.
That's the one they have right on that same page.
Yeah. Tell me about the PBS show.
Well, that's a children's show called Shining Time Station. I play a little fellow called Mr. Conductor. More than a smatter. That was a sprinkling.
Yeah.
That was a little better, even. But you know what? I'm in town for another reason, and that has to do with my career. Like the Madonna deal, you heard about Madonna.
Oh, $60 million blockbuster deal.
Mine is not quite that much money involved, more $35,000, but we're pulling together all of my many show business interests under one roof.
Oh, great, yeah.
And we're going to send it out that way. First of all, I represent people now. We're representing other artists.
So you're in the management business?
That's, well, sort of, yes. Yeah. First, I got the first guy ever wrote a novel in chapstick. Okay? You heard how sometimes they say this is a good summer book, this is a good winter book.
The original manuscript actually executed in chapstick. Wow.
Yeah. And something Paul and the guys will be interested in, we have a guy who plays classical music on the bugle. It takes a hell of a lip, but he's good.
Put him together with a chapstick guy, maybe. Because,
maybe as a duo,
prolong their careers.
Yes. See? That's why you're here.
I'm an idea guy.
That's why you're here. A band. I'm representing a band from England, heavy metal band that's called So Long Mate. And during each performance, one of the members of the band is killed by the rest of the band.
Beaten to death or something?
Yeah, beaten to death. And the nice thing is the sound of the band is constantly changing. Open auditions all year round.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm glad things are going so well.
You know what? I'm very excited about it. Yeah. Well, aren't we supposed to be excited about these
we're
things?
in show business, of course.
Excited.
Yeah.
So excited.
It's a challenge. It's a stretch.
Challenge,
it's a dream come true.
Good people to work with.
Yeah.
Good people to work with.
We have to do one little commercial here, and then George will be right back. You guys, every night the band sounds great. The best part of the show, night in and night out, is the band. You sound great.
Thank you.
And then when David Sanborn comes in, you sound like a great band with a saxophone. Is that a compliment?
I couldn't have put that any better.
What I'm trying to say, it sounded terrific.
Thanks.
George Carlin is here, and Al Green. Man, now that's going to be good, too.
That's going to be a number.
And Christine Lottie. George, what else should we talk about? Let's talk a little bit about things that you've been noticing for your stand-up act, things you notice just in life, things about the news, science, politics, language.
Language. Well, you know, it's fun to look closer at things we say and think nothing of. Fine and dandy. You guys say this to you?
Fine and dandy.
Yeah, you say to a guy, how are you? He's fine and dandy.
Exactly.
Not me.
Yeah,
I never say I'm fine and dandy. You know why?
No.
I'm never both of those things at the same time. Sometimes I'm fine, not dandy.
I see.
Close to dandy, approaching dandy. In the vicinity of dandy, not dandy.
Yeah.
Occasionally, rarely, I'm dandy. Really dandy. Not fine.
Not fine, no.
One time, 1965, August, for about an hour, I was both fine and dandy.
Wow.
At the same time. Nobody asked me how I was.
Yeah, well.
I got a lot of these.
What else?
Down the tubes.
Down the tubes.
People say that.
Fairly modern term,
The country
relatively
is
speaking.
going down the tubes.
Yeah.
What tubes? Have you seen any tubes?
No.
Where are the tubes? Where do they go?
I don't know.
And how come there's more than one tube? Wouldn't one tube be fine for one country? Does every state have to have its own tube now? Kentucky has a tube, North Carolina has a tube. And then I wonder about, you say down the tubes, I think one tube would be fine, you know, and now I'm forgetting the ending of this. I remember the ending.
So you yourself
I know
have
what.
gone down the tubes.
I did.
Yeah.
If you had only one tube, it would have to be so big, people would have noticed this tube by now. Some guy would have said, Joey, look at the big tube over there. You never hear that. You know why? No tubes.
No tubes, no.
Down the pike.
Down the pike. Now, that's an old one, I think. Yeah.
Meanest guy ever came down the pike. What about guys who came up the pike? Not everybody lives north of the pike, you know. Some guys have to come up the pike and they're really mean.
Right.
Because they never get mentioned.
Yeah.
How about guys who don't use the pike? The guy comes on Amtrak. You know, he's the meanest guy ever arrived on Amtrak. Doesn't sound right. No. Doesn't sound right. Takes the cake. Where does he take it? Where do you take a cake? To the museum?
Down the tube?
Down the tube.
Down the tube, sure.
That's why he's here.
Up the pipe or down the pipe.
That's right. You know where I would take a cake? I would take a cake to the bakery and see the other cakes. Wouldn't that be nice? How come they don't take the pie?
Yeah.
Pie is easier to carry than a cake.
Yeah.
Easy as pie.
Easy as pie.
Cake is easy to carry, too.
Yeah.
Piece of cake. Huh? That's the way I make my living.
You know, you get a little nervous. A person can get a little nervous observing that, and you think to yourself, maybe George isn't taking the medication because it can go on and on and on.
He's doubled up.
Yeah. Well, no, not anymore. No. Now, the big show is Saturday night. Now, let's explain this. It will be live.
It'll go out live to HBO, on HBO satellite,
Yep.
or whatever you call that stuff they do now. Like that grasp of technology. And,
but it's at the Paramount Theater. It's
Paramount
like
Theater
5,000, 6,000 seats.
Square Garden, about 5,500 seats,
Now,
something like
do
that.
people pay to go in there and see the show?
Yeah, they'll see that, and they'll also see, then I do an extra half hour, you know, and I want to cheat them, and I got an opening act, I want to cheat them, so they see a real show, but for an hour, it's broadcast, and then we tape it, of course, and then cut it up and fix it up so that the replays are better than the live one.
This is like a big deal, though. This is a lot of pressure doing a live broadcast.
Yeah, a bit, but once you get started, I think you forget it. We did one 2 years ago live. It was all right.
A lot of fun.
I threw up once, and it was okay.
All right. Good to see you.
Thank you.
And
Good to be
good
here.
luck with the big show.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks.
Take care.
George Carlin, kids. We'll be right back. Ha, 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 ha. The audience applauding along as if this were a hoedown.
Almost.
Hey, and what exactly is a hoedown?
Never knew. Like
Don't
a
let your
shindig, I
hoedown. Ladies and gentlemen, our first guest has been performing comedy since the Eisenhower administration. Is that right? Really? No. What about gigs with the Trumans? Ever work there? No. Okay. That concludes our insightful interview with George Carlin, ladies and gentlemen. Our first guest has been performing comedy since the Eisenhower administration. He has released a double CD of some of his funniest work entitled Classic Gold. Ladies and gentlemen, here's George Carlin. George! Yes, sir. Mr. Carlin, how are you? Good to have you with us.
I'm doing fine. I'm a little weak today. I'm lactating, and I'm not used to
No,
that.
you're not.
Well, I'm not pregnant, but apparently I'm lactating for no reason.
You aren't.
Okay.
I'd give you $1 million if you are.
I am a little disappointed for the two of us, though.
What's that?
I'm sure you noticed the Nobel Prizes last month,
Right.
once again, overlooked. And I thought we had a shot this year. You were up for spelling.
That's right. And you, what were you up for?
Gym.
Yeah.
And that prize, the Nobel Prize for gym is only given once every few years. They don't have every year. We'll just have to hope.
Well,
And-
you know, I don't look at it so much as being overlooked as I consider it really just a snub.
Okay, yeah. And an apology, if you don't mind. We didn't send Election Day cards this year, so you didn't get one. We did.
That's very
we did
thoughtful
have
of
a
you.
tree. We did have a tree.
We did have the Election Day tree. Now, how
Yeah.
late do you leave yours up?
Easter.
You leave it up till Easter,
Yeah,
George.
we're festive folks.
That's not a fire hazard?
No. We have an artificial tree. I don't know.
I see.
Happy to say.
Okay. Did I have that right? You've been doing comedy professionally since
Well,
the Eisenhower administration?
Technically true, because when Jack Burns and I were partners for a couple of years, when we started, it was the year Kennedy was nominated. So it was during Eisenhower's last year. We were in Los Angeles when he was nominated out there. That's where the convention was.
Wow,
So
very
it's
impressive.
been 32 years.
And
Yes, sir.
and Jack Burns went on to have another partner, didn't he?
Avery Schreiber,
Yeah.
Burns and Schreiber. Cab.
That's right.
Yeah. So, yes, it's been a nice long haul, and I'm happy to be back here in New York.
You
again.
always enjoy your time back in New York City. You
Always.
come back more and more frequently, it seems to
That's
me,
right.
than you used to.
The last time I was here, in fact, the last time I was here and on your show, I read something in a New York newspaper that interested me. I read that 100 to 200, this is real now, 100 to 200 newly trained sanitation workers,
Right.
or as you and I would call them, garbage men, or in this era of politically sensitive language, perhaps garbage persons. Although, do we know if there are any female?
I don't know
garbage
that
men?
for a fact.
No, so, but there probably are, because I think most of the male-dominated professions have been penetrated, you'll pardon the expression, at this point, by females. So let's say, well, how about garbage creatures?
Whatever you like.
Always safe with creatures. If it has a heartbeat, it's a creature. I noticed that they had been trained, and it said they were about to be sworn in. And I immediately wondered, well, you know, what do you picture? A bunch of people in their, probably their dress garbage outfits, taking an oath of office. So I did the research, and I got it.
Well, you have the actual
garbage
the
man's
oath that they swear
oath
to?
of office. And this is not made up. They must know this is true. No comedian would make this up. It's too risky. This is true, and it goes like this.
Would you like some moving music?
I don't know. If you know a good garbage tune.
Oh, do they ever? Oh, hey, the joke. The joke. It's only a joke.
They say, I hereby pledge and declare that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York, and I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of garbage man in the Department of Sanitation of the City of New York according to the best of my ability.
All right.
Now, I want to point out, first of all, they do not solemnly swear. So they're not under oath, sort of to pick something up, you might say. Pledge and declare. They also only support the Constitution. They do not defend it, as the president has to. So I would imagine if Saddam Hussein were to send over garbage commandos here, our wonderful people in uniform who serve so proudly would not have to do anything about it. And it does not mention, so help me God, at the end.
Well, sure.
And once again, Dave, in this increasingly secular age, God has been left out, and this time of the garbage man's oath of office. So I consider this my duty to point these things out.
But you know, I thought the moving music was just perfect. Thank you. What happened to the moving inspirational
I was
music?
going to come in, and then I said maybe I should, and then he stopped and said this, and they don't
I
support.
understand. Okay, it's just one of those nights.
It wouldn't have helped the thing anyway.
No, it might have. You never underestimate the power of a little background music there. We have to do a commercial. We'll continue the fun here with our friend George Carlin when you come on back, folks. Program. Our old friend George Carlin is here, also Dwight Yoakam and Julia Child. A little bit later, we'll be out here cooking for all of us. Do you know Julia? Have you met her?
I've never met Julia, no.
A lovely woman. Do you know how old she is?
No.
She's 80 years old.
What administration would that go back to?
Wow, we're talking about Howard Taft? I don't know. Yeah.
That's a lot of guys.
But I know you like to eat. Boy, how about that for a segue? I don't miss a trick, do I? You look like a man who enjoys a meal every now and then, George.
Well, part of the fun of coming to New York and recommending restaurants, too, if I might mention...
Oh, these are personal favorites?
Yes.
Oh, great. Let's hear them, sure.
Shorty and Bud's Restaurant for the Unclean. They're located in Jersey City. And Shorty called me just before the show to tell me that tonight's special is a dish called meat.
Called meat?
Meat. Yeah.
Meat.
Yeah. It's Bud came up with it. Bud is the chef. Shorty is the business brains. It's called meat, and true to the traditions of the fine chefs of Europe, he will not tell what's in it.
Now, this is a specific cuisine.
Right. Well,
meals for the unclean.
There is a variation on meat for the gourmet. Meat with meat sauce.
Oh, lovely
$1 extra.
and piquant meat sauce.
$1 extra. And Shorty and Bud's Restaurant for the Unclean in Jersey City, located conveniently close to the New Jersey Institute for Intestinal Disorders.
Oh, that's nice.
I might also mention...
You dine there yourself?
Yes.
Yeah.
And tonight I'm going out to Ziggy's Footwear Restaurant.
I don't know.
Ziggy's Footwear Restaurant is somewhere in Queens. That's all he'll say. Somewhere in Queens. And
very exclusive.
yes. And what they do is they serve fine food.
Oh.
Fine food in or on quality footwear. Their slogan is, how would you like to eat a nice meal out of someone else's shoe?
Wow.
Yeah, they have chicken in a shoe, a burger on a brogan, weenie on a wingtip, soup in a sneaker, which is rough. If you have the old-fashioned sneakers with the two little portholes, the thinner soups will run out.
Yeah, that's right. You'd have to line them with something.
Yes, or a cream soup or something with perhaps little nuggets in it.
A stew would work.
Stew would work wonderfully.
Yeah.
There's also liver in a loafer and pork in a pump. And,
wow.
it's a wonderful place. And
I'll try to get over there.
Somewhere in Queens.
Yeah.
I'm happy to recommend.
Are you still, now you've been doing comedy, doing it so well for so long, and I know that you, yes. What did I say? I called him Howard Taft.
Howard Taft.
Yeah,
Well, they're in the same
was
family.
very close to him.
You knew
You still do a lot of concert work, though, right?
Yeah. In fact, I just came back from your part of the country. I would have trouble living there.
What do you mean when you say
The
my
Midwest.
part of the
The
country?
Midwest.
Oh, the Midwest, yeah. I love the Midwest.
Yeah. I like the people are fine, but I would have trouble living somewhere where the primary geographic feature is the horizon.
That's good. That's nice.
It's cold. It gets, David, let's be honest, it gets cold there.
Well, yeah, it does. It gets chilly.
You've heard of hypothermia and
yes.
exposure?
Yeah.
Living in an area where you can die simply by opening the window does not appeal to me.
Depends on the time of year.
Yeah, I would never be completely comfortable knowing I might lose my life going out to check the mail. And the South is no answer either. I'd have trouble in the South, I think. Too much respect for authority down there. You know, they're kind of soldier sniffers and cop lovers. I would have trouble with that. But I like visiting the South. You know, when I'm in the mood for a quick trip to the 13th century.
In under 2-3 minutes, you've written off 2 major geographic areas of this country. Pretty much 2/3 of it now are gone.
I'll still be trying to work there.
Let's see. And speaking of work, we mentioned this. It's the big 2-album set. Now, this is a collection.
This is the first 3 gold albums I had in the 70s.
So this is like a historical gathering, compilation of all
Yes,
your...
in a way. It's 3 full albums, nothing cut. That's what I'm happy about. They left it all in.
And you have something new coming up on one of the cable operations?
No, but I have another album out the same month that is from last year's April's home box office show, Jammin' in New York.
Wow.
So 2 albums.
Good for you. George, always a pleasure to have you with us.
Thank you.
Nice to
Good
see
to
you.
be here.
George
Thank you.
Carlin. Ladies and gentlemen, George Carlin. We'll be right back.